What's good everyone, it's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video. In today's video, we're going to be playing an indoor world. Now, as many of you guys would know, Rainbolt's been playing this on his daily challenge series recently, and I thought it would be good fun to give it a go myself. It's not a map I've played before. Now, we'll start off playing on no moving and move over to NMPZ once I familiarize myself with the map a little bit, and my goal here is to get 5 countries in a row, so let's see if it's possible. First one here, we're inside the roof here. I mean, immediate vibe, right? Feels very European, I would say, but look at this. We have like some almost tropical looking vegetation here, so that's kind of interesting. Building, bit generic, European style, but it's also got a bit of red brick, which I find a bit confusing here. Turning around, is this actually Asia? Oh, some of these trees are interesting. Look at this building over here as well. Feels quite Asian. Is that Thai language? That could be Thai. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. This could definitely be Bangkok in my opinion. It's like, has to be right downtown in the center of the city with this kind of like faux European colonial kind of architecture, I guess. So, I mean, the only place I envision this actually being, if we're in Thailand, is Bangkok. But to me, the language looks absolutely correct. I mean, it could still be like Lao, but I doubt they'd have a photosphere like this on official coverage. And we do have some more writing there. Yeah, it's Thai. So yeah, we have to be Bangkok here in my opinion. Let's click the old town. I wonder where the old town actually is here. There's a monument there. Is there actually anywhere that's like kind of like the kind of historical center? Chinatown, Bangkok? Could be clicking around here probably. I think that's probably the best idea. Let's click between Chinatown and the art and culture center. And yeah, it wasn't too far away there. 4 kilometers away. Honestly, without the language, I would have gone in Asia, but I was thinking probably more so like Taiwan, Japan, maybe even. So lucky to get a little bit of a lead there. Next one here, we're in a museum, but museums are not too bad because often you'll have these little tags which kind of give you a bit of an idea. This language here is interesting. Vaiz Kurusu. Almost feels like Turkish or something, I could say, maybe. Ambo Parapet. Interesting. So 6th century AD, marble, and this is the actual engraving here. Interesting art. Not really sure what I think of that. Okay, moving on. We have essare. This is Latin, I would say. And you can see they're not putting any spaces between the words because they didn't do that in Latin. What about all this language here? Surely I can work it out. It does feel like Turkey to me, I would say. Here we go. This is more like it. TC Kultur ve Tourism, and this thing over the G looks very Turkish indeed. So we should be in some major Turkish city here in my opinion with that language. I feel like Bakanligi might be the name of the place here, but honestly, I do not know. Regardless, I'm pretty satisfied to just click Turkey here because I think it is the correct language. Istanbul seems like a good shout. Let's give it a go. And it was actually in Antalya there. Bakanligi, not really sure what that's about. Turks in the comments, do let us know, but we are on a 2-country streak. Of course, this is no moving, not NMPZ. I would love to do that. Get the 5 streak on NMPZ, but for now, what do we have going on here? This says, is that actually Istanbul? I think it actually does say Istanbul. Are we actually there? Oh, we have a Turkish flag as well. Well, say no more. What are the chances of getting the exact city we just guessed? Rather low, I imagine, although this is a shoo-in, if you ask me. I mean, this architecture definitely feels correct, and need we say more? We got the name of the city and the flag here, so we know where to guess here, guys. Probably some main university campus. University campus is normally going to show up underneath like the graduation cap here, like Halik University. Can we see any other main ones? I feel like this is a good shout. Let's give it a go here. And it was actually this one over here, which is a bit smaller there, the Technical University. Okay. And we're on a 3-country streak, but this time we're in a cave. Oh no. So one thing we can say for sure, that it is a tropical place. There are some signs. There's some pretty nice infrastructure here. Definitely feels like it might be a bit of a wealthier place. And there's a cave. That's about it in my opinion. It's quite wet as well. 2 places came to mind here, so I'm probably going to guess one of the 2. One of them was that one island that Costa Rica owns, which is this one here, the Cocos Island National Park. I'm not sure if that would have caves though, so I'm feeling less confident on that, though I have seen lots of forests there that look similar. And my other idea is Christmas Island in Australia. I feel like Christmas Island has a very similar coverage a lot of the time, and as I said, this is pretty nice infrastructure. This sign, something I could imagine being in Australia. So can we see any caves marked? Because I do assume this would be marked. It doesn't look like we do. That's kind of a problem here, but I still want to go for it anyway, because I feel like it is more likely than anything else I can think of. So I'm going to go at the blowholes here, not expecting to be correct, but was actually just in this national park here, Gunung Mulu National Park, just outside of Brunei in Malaysia. Not a bad guess, honestly, like when you consider how far we could have been. Sub 2,000 kilometers is not a bad result, but obviously the wrong country, unfortunately. Next one here, Broken Shipsler.la. That's interesting. What would LA even be? No idea. Okay, look at this. I'm noticing a Texas license plate here. I think we are actually in the United States here, right? I mean, things are in English. The .LA might just be something else. I don't know. We've got dollar currency. Okay, that's very useful. Free mirror. Wow, that's actually kind of nice, right? That's a pretty good deal. I'm taking that in my house. Why not? I mean, the Texas license plate, you gotta kind of trust it, don't you? Got a Frisbee. We've got a dinosaur puppet. This is like a very artisanal store. We've got a pinata on display. Is that gonna make us, you know, lean more down towards the Mexican border? Maybe. I feel like Austin's a very like fancy city, right? Probably gonna be like hipster scene, like this round kind of entails, I would say. Museum of Broken Relationships. Oh yeah, this is so hipster or whatever you want to say. Yeah, we got the tote bag. Say less, say less. Okay, but I'm gonna try Austin here. No idea if that's a good shout or not, but I'm gonna trust the Texas plate. It's a rare Texas plate, by the way. Kind of a cool one, but let's give it a go here. And no, oh, .LA. I completely forgot that. Let us move to NMPZ here. Obviously, that was a pretty good seed, but I really want to turn up the heat here, see if we can get 5 countries in a row on NMPZ. Okay, first one here. This immediately gave me an Australia vibe. The fire extinguisher, they're probably the same in every country, but it looked similar to what I would be used to. And then in the background, the building also potentially looks, you know, Australian. Could just be United States or any other European country or something, but I don't know, even the way the railing here is done, it certainly could fit. What would be really great is if we had, you know, like a power outlet or something like that, because they're actually some of the most useful things to have when you're indoors. No, I'm not really getting anything off that. It seems like there is like lettering on one of the buildings through the window, but I can't read it. And here we have a car as well. If only we could see the steering wheel, then we could maybe work out more so where in the world we are. But you know what I want to do? I have really no reason to do this, guys, but I want to guess Melbourne. The building in the background like would fit. I feel like the fire extinguisher, it just looks the exact same as what we'd have in Australia. It's probably just the same across countries, but I'm gonna give it a go here. And it was Germany. Okay, well, this is what Dortmund looks like indoors, guys. Oh, you know what? This little sign here, I did think it kind of looked German, but beyond that, I didn't have anything. So there we go. Lost at 1. 0 so far, but I want to go until we get 5 in a row. Is that possible? Let's see. Okay, what do we got here? So tripod. We're definitely going to have to use the people, like the racial profiling technique here, because there's not much else to go off of. These people here, can't tell too much of them, to be honest. Definitely Caucasian, but beyond that, not really sure. Got the fire extinguisher symbols the same way as we had last time. Exit symbols. These are all like international symbols, I feel, so not really too useful. It feels like we're almost like in a youth hostel here, or is it like an art gallery? I don't even know, but it's generation 2, so old coverage. That's in itself quite useful, and honestly pretty rare in the US, which was my main guess. So maybe we should be over towards Europe instead. I could definitely see that. So okay, United Kingdom, Belgium. I mean, we have a lot of red brick going on, so those are the 2 countries that came to mind. I could see Denmark, maybe even. Yeah, I don't know, maybe I would actually think UK here. Yeah, we're in a warehouse, so there's a little distinctive going on about the architecture here. I'll try London. And okay, it was, you know, actually, that's crazy. I thought of that right as we loaded in. No cap. But unfortunately, did not get it. But to be honest, I could definitely see her. She kind of looks Brazilian. At the end of the day, admittedly, a pretty hard Brazil. So we're remaining on a very low score here. Next up, we're on H&M. Okay, we've got the exit sign here. Again, we got people. Very multiracial group here, I could say. What's that language there? One something change. I don't know. It's an interesting round. Interesting round. It's new coverage. That's interesting. It's a very big city here, clearly. But is it more London, or is it more New York, or is it more, you know, Stockholm? I can't really tell. Clearly English, actually, so probably more so on the former 2. Looks like the car might be driving right-hand side of the road, but it's really too hard to tell, isn't it? Like the van, I get a European vibe off. So I do actually want to try London again here. Am I just going to keep guessing London and it's going to be wrong? Maybe. I'm going to give it another go here. Second time lucky. Second time lucky. What's with this? I keep on getting the same city after I guess it. Is that not kind of remarkable? I think it's kind of remarkable, guys. But okay, we're moving on here. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so no EMP access. EMP, no idea what that would mean. Mono something Marcy. Monorain Marcy is the name of the robot here, maybe? Everyone we can see here seems to be Caucasian, and we're speaking English, and yet it didn't feel that American to me. But not really Great Britain either, so now I'm just left confused. Is this Canada? It's not Australia, and I don't really like New Zealand either, so maybe this is actually Europe outside of English-speaking countries, and the sign is just English as a warning. It could even be Asia or something based on the building. Like, it could be Japan or something, I don't know. But to see this many tourists, I mean, it's possible, but I don't love it. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I think the safest thing to do here is to go US and hope. This guy's fashion sense feels quite US to me. Oh, but look at this. The kid carrying around a water bottle. That feels so European European to me, though, on the other hand. Oh, but this guy's got his shirt tucked in. Let me cook. This kid, European drip. I could admit it. But these two men here, the blue shirt and the black shirt, look tucked in with the belt and the sneakers on. That's American drip, surely. Even if we're not in America, these are surely Americans. Okay, so I'm gonna go US or Canada. If I had a bit of an Asian vibe, maybe West Coast here. I'm gonna try Portland, Oregon. No idea. Let's give it a go though. Oh my gosh. I was gonna go Seattle too, but I'm happy guessing West Coast there. That is kind of a cracked guess, no? I vibe these guys too well, man. Look at these guys. American through and through. Am I right? Has to be. What's the name of this robot though? Monorail man. Oh, no EMP access. Tell me what that means in the comments. But 2 in a row. Come on, lock in. Okay, next one here. Looking easier. We've got Chinese on the back of this guy's shirt. Something Li Heng. Ooh, is that the shape of Singapore ever? It's kind of interesting. Finisher. Okay. We've got like an indoor dining hall. That also feels very Singaporean. I know that's like very common to see in Singapore. Look at the shape here. Look at the shape. That is the same shape. That is the shape of Singapore. Ooh, I think I cooked it. Chinese makes sense, right? Cuisine here. Look at these dishes. Oh, look, we got the cracked egg. That feels very consistent with Singapore, Singaporean cuisine, I think. Like Indonesian, Malaysian, Singaporean, they often have like the cracked egg or the mee goreng or whatever, what have you. So I feel like this is just a dead cert, honestly. Or we're somewhere else nearby. But yeah, should just be Singapore in my opinion. Let's lock it in here. And it's gonna be all the way east here in the Changi Village Hawker Center. There you go. Okay, we massively redeemed ourselves there on the last 3, but we've still only got 3 in a row. We want to get 5. Let's go for the next seed here. We've got Spanish. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Okay. All edificio. Ficio. I don't know how to pronounce that yet, but maybe we can read the rest and get an idea here. Immigrante. Is that actually Italian? Might be Italian. Okay. Did they do this accent over the I in Italian? I actually got to get into some place names. I feel like they don't, but I could be massively mistaken. Is the problem also that we often translate Italian place names into English? Maybe the case, but I feel like they don't actually do that in Italian. I feel like this is either Spanish or Portuguese. Do they do it in Portuguese? Because I know they do it in Spanish. Okay, it appears to me that after all, I am correct that this is Spanish. At least I think so. And that's really bad news because, you know, there's only a few countries on Street View that speak Portuguese and only one really that speaks Italian. So we would have been home and hosed if we actually found that it was one of those two. Now we have to deal with all the Spanish speaking countries, which is a bit of a pain. Okay, but we've got a story of migration. People came here from Japan and Greece. And what's that? Something canceled in terms of the migrants, you know, visas or something maybe. I know that Peru and Brazil had a lot of Japanese migration, so maybe it's also common in the rest of South America. Peru even had like a Japanese heritage president, which is interesting. Would they have had Greeks coming there though? Not so sure about that. What's better to do is look at this building off on the picture on the right. So this should come from the country we're looking at. It's a really old building. Honestly, it looked kind of American. So maybe Mexico for that reason. Mexico City has a lot of like old style, North American, European-ish looking buildings like this. What about all these little symbols here? I was hoping one of them would have like the outline of the country. It doesn't seem like they do. But yeah, the other thing is like, this is a really nice building, right? Pretty updated and modern. I'm thinking here, Mexico City, Santiago, Buenos Aires, Lima, and then maybe something in Spain. That's my 5 options here. And I think I do like with this building that we can see off to the right here, I think I do like the Mexico City idea the best. Though, I don't know, did Mexico really have Japanese and Greek immigrants coming? It doesn't seem all too likely to me. I'm not really feeling good about this one. I feel like this is the kind of round where if I really did think about it for another 10-15 minutes, there's probably something in this image that can actually give me a better clue to where it is. But as it stands, I will try Mexico here. I'll be happy if it's just one of the ones I mentioned. So like I said before, those 5 places. But let's give Mexico City a go here. And it was Sao Paulo, man. Do they really have that in Portuguese, man? I looked pretty like thoroughly, I thought, on all the place names, and I did not see it anyway. I saw on the O here, that felt very Portuguese to me. Actually, the E and the O, that should have been a giveaway, right? But I don't know, I just searched for the I thing and I didn't see it. And yeah, Japan and Greece makes much more sense for Brazil. This building also makes sense for Brazil. A little bit unfortunate, a bit of a skill issue. I'm not the best at deciphering Spanish from Portuguese, but yeah, that's definitely an annoying one there. And let's see if we could have done it otherwise. We got a billiards table here. We've got language here. Prudenta, fortitudo, justitia, That's going to be Latin. Okay. And we've got a nice chandelier here. Very ornate room. Look at these old windows as well. Very, I would say, old money kind of vibe here, that's for sure. UK came to mind for sure as well with the billiards table. I feel like billiards particularly common perhaps in the UK, in my mind at least. Any language here apart from Latin. Looks like we have some here behind the billiards cues, but can't really read it. We have some fine china. I think that this is the United Kingdom, and if it's not, it's clearly somewhere else in Europe. I'm gonna go somewhere outside of London here. Where would you build an estate like this? I don't know, let's go Chipping Norton. What a fancy sounding place here. Oh, it looks good, right? It's kind of like a touristy place, you can tell, because they've made the whole town appear in green. Are we gonna see any estates on the map? I was hoping we'd go for an insane guess here, but it looks like there are none. The Beehive Cottage. No, it's gonna be far too small. Well, I tried. Let's guess in this big building here. It's definitely not there, but hopefully it is the United Kingdom. And it was actually in Stockholm. There you go. Gosh, that's a hard one. Not really that gettable. Okay, the seed's not over. Let's see if we can close it out nicely here. Almost look like German here, or I don't know what this combination of letters is. But maybe it's actually Cyrillic, actually. Yeah, I think it's Cyrillic. Okay. 2013 was the calendar year, apparently, at this stage. We got some pictures of, I want to say, like Utah here, but yeah, not really feeling like this is actually Utah. I mean, would you see in an office building in the United States this kind of old printed, like floral wallpaper? I don't really think so. Anything else here? We got a frog. Really have to rely on this. I think this last word definitely looks Cyrillic there to me. So yeah, people. We have a woman here. Her hairstyle, not really giving me anything, to be honest. I feel like if it is Cyrillic, then I would probably go Russia, but there are so many options. I don't know. I would love to zoom in on that, but let's give it a go anyway. And it was Moscow. That's actually a pretty good guess. Not much to go off of there, but we'll take it. Okay, next one here. We have German. Okay, let us cook Saal. And Die Spätromantik, or late romantic, Gustav Mahler. Okay. So definitely some German here. 2020 copyright is fascinating. We have a grand piano. Saal. Is Saal a city? I don't know. I'm a bit worried that it is, and I'm going to embarrass myself. Hopefully it's just to do with the place we're actually in, though. Is there much more to this? We either guess Germany or Austria, essentially, in my opinion. And I would just lean towards Germany here. I'm just noticing it says Saal at the top here again. So I don't think Saal is the place, but instead the artist potentially here. I have no idea who Saal is, if that's even at all on the right track. But yeah, I think I will go in Göttingen here. We'll hedge quite nicely. And it was actually Vienna. Gosh damn it. Well, I did not go into the big museum, though I did go around it. So yeah, I'd not been in that room, sadly. Every museum is so expensive in Austria. I would have liked to have gone, especially in Vienna, I mean. But yeah, such is life. Okay, and we have storylines here with an interesting outside. Almost looks quite Asian to me. Information desk here in English, but I feel like that's also the same in numerous other languages. But we do have two examples of English here. What does it say over here? Donald? Penelma? Something like that. Ronald, actually. Yeah, so this is just some art gallery somewhere. It looked like this car's parked on the left, but so is the one on the other side of the road. So I'm honestly most tempted by the United States here. Does this low-key look like Gotye, the singer who did Somebody I Used to Know? Something was calling me in Philadelphia here. I'm gonna go Philly. Let's give it a go. Hey, not bad. It was actually New York. All right, well, that ends off the video, but I would really like to get 5 in a row. If this video does well, if people enjoy it, let me know if you want to see me actually make it to that 5. But guys, thank you all for watching the video all the way to the end. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.